Five, four,
That's a pause.
3, 2. We are
Oh,
live,
we are
baby.
live. We are live. Yes, yes, yes. Good evening. Let's get it. Listen, man. This has been a work. This has been in the makings for a long time. I got four brothers up here with me that are legendary. New York City Basketball Network TV. I want everybody to introduce themselves, but before y'all do this, we want to say thank you to everybody. Um, these brothers here, great platforms, respect their basketball knowledge, just good brothers, better human beings. But this right here, you ain't gonna get no better than this. This is New York City's finest. We got Brooklyn, Queens, Harlem is in the building. BX, sorry, I ain't make the cut, but maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Please, I want everybody to introduce themselves ASAP. Let's go.
Well, I'm gonna roll first since
Let's go.
you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna jump out there first. Big Flea, y'all know the platform. Are we live? Government name Colin. For the people that really want to get to know who I am. Avid basketball fan. New York Knicks to the day I died. Born and raised in Queens. 36 years old. The youngster in the building. With the elder statesman. And I'm just excited to connect with my brothers. We have been connecting offline for a long time. I got a lot of respect for the guys on the screen. I've gained a lot of inspiration from the guys on the screen with me tonight. So I'm just, I'm honored and humbled to be a part of this, you know, what we're doing together. So I appreciate you, Pooh, for thinking about me when you wanted to put this together. I appreciate you, Ron and Cal, for all the inspiration throughout the last couple of years, you know, with building my platform. And OG, you know our relationship, man. So I really appreciate our relationship and the relationship we continue to build. And I'm ready to rock and roll, y'all. Thank y'all for having me with y'all.
Let's go. I want Cal to go next. Let him know who you be, Cal.
Yeah. You already know, man. It's Cal Griffin, all things hoops. Been doing this for a little minute, man. I would like to say I'm the Renaissance man of the crew. I do a little bit of everything. First and foremost, a journalist, a writer, a videographer, photographer, you know what I'm saying, co-host, whatever you want me to do, man. NYC basketball, you know what I'm saying? I pretty much know it like the back of my hand. And you know what I'm saying, we coming together to do this, man. So I appreciate everybody that's tuning in, tapping into what we got going on. Everybody stay tuned. It's going up.
Yes, sir. Now, gotta let my brother Ron go next. Tell him who you be.
What's going on? Salute. Ron Souffront, A Game Podcast, one half of A Game Podcast.
All right, it's all right. A little bit of technical difficulties. Like I said, we got the real OG in the building. He got the shades on pool
Yeah.
until Ron fixes, let him know who you be.
We starting it off like that. You heard? I'm coming in with the militant look. Y'all know what it is. Glenn Pooh Harding, founder of Basketball Heads. Man, we talking about starting this thing and getting this thing moving. I was looking at Cal and my guy Ron doing their thing and trying to figure out how can I find my own niche, right? What's going to make me a little bit more unique than what everybody else is doing? So I'm online trying to figure out my role and how I'm going to play this. So I said, you know what? It's a lot of guys who I know who I came up with, played against, and saw play that's not getting their flowers right now. So I'm going to keep it strictly New York. And that's what I've been doing for the last 3 years, man.
Bet. And like I said, a little bit of technical difficulties. A Game will be back in a minute. But, last but not least, it's the oldest freshman, oldest rookie ever in life. He's back. Go ahead, Ron. I know we had a little bit of technical difficulties.
Yo, I apologize. I apologize, my brothers, man.
They trying to
My
take
bad,
you out,
man.
fam. You
All
already
good.
know how it is. They trying to take you out.
All
They
good,
trying
all
to take
good.
you out, fam.
The first night
yo.
they tried to take a nigga out.
It's
Right.
crazy.
Well,
But
listen,
man,
let him know who you be.
Listen, Ron Souffront, A Game Podcast, one half of A Game Podcast,
Yes.
Brooklyn, New York. And this right here is epic. This is iconic. Pooh, All Ball, Colin, Are We Live, Cal, All Things Hoops. This is monumental. We all love the game, and I look forward to just basically partaking in this iconic moment with my brothers.
And like I said, again, last but not least, the oldest freshman, the oldest rookie, All Ball. You'll know my real name when you see it on the check. I ain't giving you my government. But my real name is Tucson. And just big shout out to K, other half of A Game Podcast.
No doubt. What up, K? What up, K?
Another brother that will be popping in here and there. But once again, man, like I said, All Ball TV is everything. Knicks till the day I die. Don't claim to know it all, and don't care if I don't know it all. That's who I be, the instigator, the panicker, the entertainer. Just a maniac, man. That's all it is. New York City Basketball Network TV. Basketball heads. Are We Live Flea. All Things Hoops. A Game Podcast. And you got All Ball TV. We in the building, man. How y'all feeling tonight?
Did y'all feel that after he said
Come
that?
on, man.
Did
Come
y'all
on.
feel that?
Oh,
Was I the
yeah.
only
Come
one
on,
that felt that?
Listen,
Like-
y'all gotta wake up because I mute all y'all. What we talking about? How are we feeling tonight, fellas?
Yo,
Feeling good, brother. Feeling good.
excited to
Yes.
be here.
Feeling good.
Excited
Yes.
to be here. Excited
Yes.
to
Let's
be
get
here.
it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yes,
Finally able to get this thing on the road, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna mediate this one. So like I said, Pooh put this together. Got to give him his props, and we all formed like Voltron. It was dope because once he told me who the names was, I had no problem at all. So for this first episode, we're all gonna just basically give y'all a little rundown of how we got started and why we got started in the podcast world. I'm gonna let the real OG go first because, like I said, he spearheaded this joint. Pooh, basketball heads, give us, a few minutes of how you got started doing podcasting.
Well, I'm gonna give big shout outs to two of my best friends, my man Hawk, my guy Stay Stem. They was telling me to do a basketball podcast for years, and I'm not the dude that want to be in front of the camera, so I stayed away from it for a long time until one day we was forced to stay in the crib. Right? It was like right before the lockdown started, and I knew I wanted to do a show, but I didn't know which way I wanted to go. Whether I wanted to do hip hop, but I said I don't want to beat that drum. I did that. Did that as an artist. I put out my own DVDs. I didn't want to beat that drum again. And I was really running away from basketball. So y'all gonna hear that story in my documentary that's coming out soon. But I really didn't want to go back and dive into the basketball thing because knowing what I went through later on during my basketball career where I couldn't continue, it was kind of some hurt feelings still there. But lo and behold, when the pandemic hit, a lot of my guys was passing away that I came up with.
Wow.
Right? We go on from Chris Brooks, Mo Kirby, Lee Green,
Rest in
Dave
peace, all the
Edwards,
brothers.
right? Anthony Duck. We could go on, and then the names don't stop, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a long list of names, and
Hey,
these guys were
Pooh,
my age.
hold on real quick, just to let y'all know, Lee Green, God rest his soul, that was James Harden before James Harden. I seen him. He ain't passing the ball 4-on-1 break. Listen, he laying that ball up. But go ahead, Paul. I'm sorry. I just want
Rest
everybody
in
to know.
peace. Rest in peace.
Let's rest in peace to legend Lee Green and rest in peace to all the other brothers. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, no doubt. So that touched close to home because I'm like, these guys in my age bracket or around my age. And I said, you know what? For the guys that's still here, I'm going to make sure that people know their names.
Mhm.
But I had to do some research because I'm hitting up Ron and I'm hitting up Cal, like, just asking them questions, right? And they giving me information. So this is why we all so tight to this day, because the guys was reluctant to give up the information. Most guys don't want to give you the info because they feel like you stepping on their toes. And man, once I started, I hit the ground running. I knew I had some connections with some people in the basketball world that I could get up on the show to bring some attention to what I was doing. And 3 years later, over 500 episodes,
Dope.
I'm still rocking, man.
Dope. So Once
Yes,
again,
sir.
man, that's the OG Pool Basketball Heads with his introduction, how he got started. I want to go with Ron next, man, because I'm very interested in hearing Ron's beginnings and how he got started in the podcast world. So go ahead, A Game.
Man, it's real simple, man. 2018, the new year, um, New Year's Day. Woke up, New Year's Day, and I was like, you know what? I think I want to start like maybe a page or a podcast. Now, mind you, I was anti anything social media, like anything
Facts.
social media.
Facts.
Like,
Word.
people that
Facts.
know me now, a lot of people are just finding out. This is going on 5 years later, just finding out that we have a page and we have a podcast, and they're like, "Yo, this whole time you've been doing this and you ain't telling anybody." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not. It's weird, but I'm not. I didn't want to do it for that. I wanted to do it because of the love, and I want to say the knowledge that I would like to say that I have that we have for the game." So started a page, and then slowly but surely, I'm like, you know what? I definitely would love to tap into kicking it with a lot of the guys that I grew up watching. And so, started off, I think our first guest might have been either Derek Anderson or Damon Stoudemire. And after that, it pretty much snowballed, took on a life of its own. And here we are 5 years later, man, still going strong. So salute again to you guys, and salute to everybody that continues to pretty much support A Game and support all other platforms out there, man. So for me, again, it was very, very simple. Just wanted to put content out there, for all the basketball heads. Poop, right? It's a bar. All the basketball heads.
No pun intended.
Right.
Nah, all pun. All
Yeah,
pun.
yeah, yeah.
All pun.
That's a good name. That's a
Uh,
good name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And again, we pride ourselves on paying homage to all the individuals that have left their mark on and off the court. So, that's basically how we got into the quote unquote game.
Got you. So we got Basketball Heads. We got A Game. I'm gonna go with Flea next. Go ahead, Flea. Let him rip, man. Pause. Like I said, let's hear how you got started, man.
Man, if anybody's familiar with me, and y'all four brothers are familiar with me, y'all know I like to talk, right? I could talk, and that's something that I enjoy. But to get into space, man, first of all, I love the game. I consider myself a junkie. Little younger than y'all. I know I keep saying that, but it's an honor to be respected enough to be here with you brothers, right? So that's a big reason, why I keep saying that. But to get into space, is very similar to Ron's story. February 2021, I was just a podcast junkie. I was listening to everybody. Anything that anybody put out, I was watching and listening to the point where I felt like I could do that and maybe even better. So, just putting myself out there and trying to figure out what it is that I could do to contribute to the space. As Pooh said, I know a lot of people. I've been connected to the game for a very, very long time. And I said, I want to start having some conversations. And that's really how it started. I didn't want to have interviews. I want to just have conversations. And my first conversation, one of my very first conversations was with Sunday Yada Gaines. And Yada is somebody that I had real admiration for as a youngster coming up. We are the same era, but I had a lot of admiration for the guys that I have sat down and spoke to. And it just started from there, snowballed. But the biggest piece that I want to leave y'all with and the audience is that this podcast has been healing for me. This is a part of the journey that I'm going through with the separation from the game of basketball, like the physical separation, not playing, not being invested like I once was 15, 20 years ago. So to sit down and talk to guys after 2 years, over 120 episodes now, to sit and talk to guys that I've never had the opportunity to talk to has been a true blessing, but it's also been a real part of my healing journey through the game of basketball. So I appreciate my platform. I appreciate what y'all have done. And I appreciate what we're about to embark on now. So.
Oh man, listen. So that was my brother Flea. Now I'm a little biased. I left my Harlem brother, you know what I mean, second to last. No, don't get
Hey,
mad. But my guy Cal, All Things Hoops, please let him hear how you got started.
So it was the year 2016, and prior to that, man, I've always loved basketball, like in general. Like since I was a kid, I was a stat junkie. I used to go right to the back of the Daily News and look up, you know what I'm saying, all of the stats, see who's who what's what, and you know, and like similarly to Flea, I was removed from the game for a while, and I just love the game. You know what I'm saying? Like I just had a group chat with some of my guys, and we literally talking basketball all day, all night. And you know, one day my wife was like, "Yo, like, you write pretty well. You know what I'm saying? You should start a blog or something like that. You know what I'm saying?" And I'm like, "Nah," because like Ron said, I was anti social media. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even like the word follower or nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing none of that. So
Nice.
I was anti social media. But she's like, "Yo, you know what I'm saying? This could be a potential way that you could get your shit off pretty much." You know what I'm saying? Pause. And it's been therapeutic for me. Just kind of, I've known all of these stories. I was an avid street ball guy, going to all of the street ball games when I was, a teenager. From a lot of them being in Harlem, from from your EBCs to your Kingdom and your Together We Chill on 119th Street. I was always that guy going to all of the games, Dykeman games, and just fascinated by that whole world. And so fast forward to 2016, and this is funny. Nike had a basketball game. They sponsored a basketball game in King Towers in Foster, where they play Kingdom at. And I'm used to being courtside and being by the wherever I wanted to sit. But at this time, seeing it was a Nike event, I couldn't do that, and I could barely watch the game. I literally barely could watch the game or get a glimpse of the game. Your more elite high school players out there, and I saw some of my guys. Shout out to my man Nigel from Ball Star. I saw Dave's joint. Pause. And I just like, I wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to create a website with different articles and and talk to these different the different people that I've learned their stories about. And the rest is history, man. It started it in 2016. Started writing, and my first my first big person that I've seen and communicated to was Rod Strickland. Told him exactly what I was doing, what I was trying to do, and didn't even think anything of it. But maybe fast forward a few months, and I seen Rod again, and I didn't even think that he would even have checked the website out or anything. But he was like, "Yo, young fella, you got something. You got something, man. Keep going." I was like, "Whoa, that's Rod Strickland telling me this right here." Like, so with that, I started, branching out to other guys like Kenny Anderson. He was another guy that was instrumental in me kind of, he lit the fire under me, man, and told me like, "Yo, keep going, bro. You got something." And the rest is history, man. Started interviewing guys around the pandemic, And you know, once you start interviewing guys, and once you start, you know, you kind of get addicted to it, and you know, kind of learning these stories and going along with it. You know, again, you get addicted to it, and you know, here we are, man. You know, met you guys throughout this journey, and grateful for each of you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? I've learned from each of you guys, and yeah, man, we here, and we going up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Pause twice on the addicted to you twice. I just want to let you know.
Nah, that's actually
We needed that.
You can't be addicted to it, and you
Hey,
can't be looking
you
at
reaching,
Dave's
you
joint. You cannot be
reaching.
looking
You
at.
got to
Leave that alone, Kyle. You gotta leave that alone, bro.
I'm gonna leave it
Yeah,
alone.
leave that
Yo,
alone.
That was the last.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Who
man.
was the last person I expected to jump out there and line that?
He got the Paul. He got the yo
Yeah.
Cam. You see what you did, Cam?
He got the whistle ready, man. He got the whistle ready. Well, listen, man.
You better go ahead.
Talk to us too. Tell
Now,
us how All Ball TV has come about, baby. Talk to us.
So y'all not gonna believe it, right? I'm very shy, Stay to myself.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
No. All jokes aside, all my life dolo. Anybody that know me, they'll tell you. Never wanted to be on social media. Till this day, hate social media. Never had a page, no nothing. Never thought of it, right? I got to give a shout out to my guy Eggy from downtown 12th Street. That's Steve Burt Sr. and Kyrie Pops and the man, right? Me and him always argue about basketball. And he was like, yo, man, every time I see you, we arguing about basketball. And I said, I want to start because I'm a YouTube fanatic, right? Always on YouTube. I be in the house watching TV and be on YouTube at the same time.
Facts.
So every time I bump into him, we talking, we arguing. And I was like, yo, I want to start a YouTube page. Remember, I don't know nothing about social media. I'm just thinking you could just start it and go live. So I was like, yo, I want to start a YouTube page and talk basketball. So he was like, yo, I'm gonna introduce you to my guy. I'm like, who? Another good brother from Harlem named Gerald Brown. Whenever y'all get a chance, I need to reach out to this brother. Gerald Brown, he has a sports show on Sirius XM with Rick Mahorn. Penny Hardaway, man, right. Good brother too. He's on Facebook and he's on Instagram, Gerald Brown, G Brown Sports. Eggy gave me his number. And I called the brother, and no BS, man. He treated me like he knew me forever. And I told him, like, yo, I want to start this and start that, but I don't know how to go about it. And he was like, do you have Instagram or Facebook? I said, nah. He said, well, you got to get that to kind of build a fan base and a following. So me being me, I'm like, I really don't want to do that. I just want to jump on YouTube. Because on YouTube, I watch a lot of people, and I'm like, they not more knowledgeable than me. They not funnier than me. I know they wasn't outside. Just the haircut and the outfits they wear, just certain people. I'm like, and then when you watch the influence they have, and for me, it's not about the money. Like literally, if I don't make $1, I'm still gonna do this because I really love it. Like I'm in love with basketball. I love all sports, but I'm in love with basketball. So as I'm watching the influence of a lot of people, and then one day I went to a celebrity basketball game, and a lot of the influencers was playing, and I'm like, these are the people everybody following and listening to. I said, Lord have mercy. So Gerald Brown walked me through the Instagram, the Facebook, and at first I didn't know what I was doing. I used to post on Instagram literally like 7 times a day until Instagram shut me down, thinking I was a bot. and as time went on, I got comfortable, but I still was a little nervous. And then the inner, just said, yo, man, sometimes in life, you want something, you got to go outside the box. And I'm here today with y'all brothers. And just real quick, for me, as much as I love NBA, I love street ball even more. That's where I come from. I always said to myself, if they ask me, who do you want to talk to? Kevin Durant or Booger or Skip? I would want to talk to the street ball legends. And if I do talk to Kevin Durant, I want to ask him who was the guys in your neighborhood that didn't make it but was dumb nice. So for me, I come from like Cal said, and like Pooh said, I seen Garvester Soul Lee Green play Red Autry. I was at them Rucker games. I was at Dykeman. I was at Kingdome. I was going to her 19th and 2nd.
Oh yeah.
Right. So I come from that. I done watched the one-on-ones. I done seen guys in my neighborhood the way we argue and fuss about basketball. One thing with Harlem, the guys that can't do it the best talk the most ish. And I'm and I'm not afraid to say I'm one of them guys. Y'all know how it be. The guy with the biggest mouth can't fight a lick. The
Right.
guy who arguing about somebody on basketball court, he can't play a lick. Now I could play, but I never was great at that level. But I always loved basketball, and I don't think this might be naive. I don't think nobody loved basketball more than me. So now and it got me here, and I just want to tell y'all brothers that I appreciate the love and support. Real talk. Because I do put a lot of time and effort in this thing. I neglect the kids, the broad, all that. And I love
All
it that.
that.
I love it that. I love it that much. Real
Neglect
talk.
the
So,
tanning salon, neglect
oh
the
man, I
beach.
neglect everything. Yeah, real talk. The
Because you
gym,
need some
everything.
sun. You need some
But
sun on that body.
listen, no.
You
Listen, when I
looking-
go to when
Hey
I
yo,
go to
hey
when I
yo,
when I,
hey
when I
yo.
listen when I
Shout
go
out
to
to all the light skinned brothers in the
Yeah.
building.
when I go to listen when I go to DR and I come back, looking how many balls is going down. But yeah, man. So I just love it. I appreciate y'all brothers, and I can't wait to see where we can go with this, man. Real talk.
Definitely.
No
Yeah.
doubt, no doubt. Yo, fellas, let me tell you, the first game that I saw a street ball game before I saw a high school game.
Wow.
Before I even knew what really high school basketball was, I was going to Soul in the Hole and watching those guys play because that was like the big attraction. And everybody wanted to see, guys like, Pearl play because he was running the streets. How Booger had everybody running from park to park to park.
Mhm.
That's how Pearl had guys.
Wow.
But then everybody else got to see him play in high school, and boys and girls high was so packed we couldn't get in. It was just we would have to listen from the outside. And the fact that my dumb self, we used to climb up to this window because they had 2 gyms. And we climbed up to the gym because the only window is to the gym that they don't play in. But we can hear the noise. And we sitting up there like we could watch the game. Only thing we can hear is the odds and the ooh. That's it.
Wow.
So my introduction to kind of, to basketball, I started out football, was, that game between him and Secret Weapon, my guy who runs IS8.
That's a big introduction for me to the game. Pooh, IS8. IS8 is a 5-minute drive from my crib. Pete Edwards' voice at one point was like, and I'm exaggerating, but it was like God calling down. When you hear him on the microphone, and you talking about, Levance Fields in the building, going to Pittsburgh for free. Like that for free was always so dope to me because he would let y'all know how many real hoopers is in here right now and how many hoopers are about to excel and go to the next level and play Division I basketball. He always let you know Malcolm Grant going to Villanova for free, right? That for free at the end was always something that I held on to. And at one point, for my era, you wanted him to say your name, what you was doing, and where you was gonna go to school, right? That was something big. Eugene Lawrence going to St. John's for free, right? That was
free.
dope. Yeah, that was dope.
Yo, Flea, I gotta tap in real quick, man, because I wanna, before we get this whole thing started, man, I like to say the announcers, man. For me, the announcers were big, man, in the street ball culture. They called the games, they gave out nicknames, they entertained the crowd. I grew up on guys like Voice of Harlem, Booby Smooth, the politician,
Yes.
Hannibal, the most electrifying. You know what I'm saying? So these are the guys that were your entertainers. These are the guys that, and quite frankly, I didn't care. I didn't care who was playing the game at some point because I knew that the Booby Smooths and those guys were gonna make this game funny for me and entertaining. So and they definitely paved the way for a lot of the guys that are doing it right now, like the Cha-Chings and the Mike
But
Larrys and the Rails.
but Cal, quick fast. I'm sorry. Let me interject before I let you
Of
finish.
course.
Remember, before them, you had the Gumbies, you had
Gumby.
Duke Tango, Outkast. So good, you can finish. But remember,
No,
those
of
who
course,
kind
of
of,
course.
you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Outkast, Duke Tango, Gumby. Even
Legends,
before
legends.
that, Ron Green
Yes.
was somebody at King Towers that he was in the hood and you could you see him and who's playing today, or you know what I'm saying, and he'll give you some friendly banter. So it was more so community for me in terms of the street ball culture, and I wanted to do something to pay back everything that these guys kind of instilled in me. So here we are, man, talking about it 20, 30 years later, man, and
Dope.
we're trying to keep it going
Yeah.
ourselves.
Hey, Ron, real quick. Your era, what street ball game, you seen that was like the highlight for you?
So, I mean, my introduction to the game was watching my older brother play in the park. Right,
Gotcha.
that was like for me. So my introduction came like 4th, 5th grade. I didn't know anything about street ball, so to speak. I didn't know anything about anybody. 4th, 5th grade, my brother, for me, that was like he was my legend. So I'm like, oh wow, okay, I want to play basketball. And now I'm in a park, and I remember him telling me, yo, there's this dude named Sherwin Anderson, right? He's like, yo, this dude is nice, right? And he comes to the park. We grew up right across the street in Crown Heights from Lefferts Park. Anybody from from Brooklyn, from that area,
Yes, sir.
right? So I'm like, Sherwin Anderson. I'm like, okay. And although I never got to see him play, just being in the park and people always talking about him, yo, Sherwin Anderson. I'm like, yo, who is this dude? And I remember finally getting to see him play when he was at Xavier as a youngin' and being like, yo, that's that dude that they talking about. And then going to Wingate Park, high energy, and watching a lot of the neighborhood dudes and them talking about Ed Coda, and that's when for me it was like, oh no, this is it. This is everything. And then once I got to high school, Grady High School, that's when it was really like, oh nah. So this is, you got the Ephraim Whiteheads, the Mo Browns, the James Hectors, the D Flights, Derek Browns. That was when it was like, this is for real. Like, and then not to mention the Boogers, the Skips. Like, so, that for me, that was when I realized, okay, this is this is my calling, so to speak.
And let me add on with this, right? With Flea, you see how you call Pete Edwards by his name, right? A lot of people don't know that his name was Secret Weapon. And he played with Kurt Sumter in the backcourt. That's another duo that I remember watching, right? Kurt Sumter and Pete Edwards. Kurt Sumter was the scorer, and Pete Edwards was the lockdown king. He would lock down everybody. So that's what made that game between him and Pearl so important, because Pearl had the offense, Pete Edwards had the defense, and everybody was there. People was betting. And the difference between Harlem and Brooklyn, because I think even Queens didn't pick up on it until late as well, but Harlem was known for having a guy on the mic.
Yes.
You couldn't do that in Brooklyn. You'll get shot. There was nobody on the court. To have a guy on the court during the game it would be a problem, because they wasn't used to it. Like up in Harlem, that was the culture.
Hey, Pooh, real quick. How I know you telling the truth? Borg tell me the story all the time. He said when he came to Rucker, he said they didn't like Rucker. He said, yo, I'm on the court. I got to shake the guy on the mic. He said, and then they talk about no double team. And he like, you bugging. We trying to win the game. He said, yo, watch a guy do all this and ain't nobody guarding him. So I know what you're saying is true, because he tell me that all the time. Like, nah, bro, we ain't with none of that. We here to play ball and win the game.
Yeah.
by all any means necessary. What do you mean we can't double team? This is not practice. What do you mean practice? So you get to just go one-on-one, put me on the island? Nah. But hey, it's all a
That's
part of New
tough.
York City culture, and everybody, different boroughs, brought something unique to the table.
That's a fact.
Right? Because I think kids need to know that Pete Edwards was a baller. They see him now as this commissioner, this serious dude, somebody who, give people shout outs every now and again and for free thing. But man, he was one hell of a baller.
And it's dope. It's dope that you grew up watching Curtis Sumter.
Yeah,
and I grew up watching Curtis Sumter Jr., his son. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was right. That's why I was watching at coming up. His son was incredible, before he got hurt. So
hey fellas, I got real quick, man. For me, there was two players that kind of were the epitome of basketball. For me at least was and they're no longer with us, man. Big Strick and Ali Mo were probably two of my favorite players to watch, even more so than Michael Jordan at the time and Magic Johnson. Hey man,
did you just hear what he said? Yo, please repeat that because I knew it was coming.
I'm telling you, man.
Big Strick.
It was the culture, man. Big Strick. I'm gonna tell you a real quick Big Strick story, man. I was about 14 years old, 15 years old, and I used to think I was going to the league. So I used to get up every morning or in the summertime and or maybe even on Saturday or whatever. And me and my man, we go running around a reservoir in Central Park. After we finish working out, we go to the basketball courts. And you know what I'm saying, there was some pretty good run in this court. But they wouldn't let me on the court. You know what I'm saying? I was too slim, I was too small, and these are the big, the big guys, pause, that were playing. So lo and behold, one of the guys got hurt. And they was like, Shorty, come on, we got Shorty right here. He didn't even care who played at that point. He was just like, Shorty, come on. You playing with us. He's like, yo, Shorty, just come over here, drop down, give me the ball every time. I did that. Every time I come down, I'm diving them too. I'm behind the back, all of that, right? So now, fast forward to a Kingdom game. It's the same dude I've seen at the basketball court that been, that been picking me up, that we won 8 games straight. And lo and behold, everybody's talking about him. He's entertaining, right hand, left hand, and it was Big Strick, yo. And I'm like, yo, what's up, man? You Big Strick? He was like, yeah, a little something like that, a little something like, Wow. And the other guy, man, Ali Mo, man, was, I was just amazed that a guy that tall had that handle that could work. You know what I'm saying? That fast with the basketball in his hand, and I was just like amazed. And yo, if you saw Ali Mo play, man, you would say he was definitely supposed to be in that league, man. I don't care what nobody say.
He was tough.
You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to be in that league for sure, bro. And 6'8", you know what I'm saying? Handle, jump shot, just did everything on the court, man. And got a chance, I think at 15, 16 years old, to meet him after a basketball tournament, after a Kingdom, actually, walking up to 45th. And my man Ali Mo snapped on me the entire way, man. I'll never forget that. So, you know what I'm saying? Every chance I get on my platform, I try to pay homage and show that love to those two individuals. Never be forgotten. Word up.
Well, real quick for me, right? My block, my neighborhood, 127th, 129th, 127th, 128th, 129th, 130th, St. Nicholas Terrace. So back then it was called the Wild Wild West, but now it's called Skrilla Hill. So remember, my block, Kumo D.
Yeah, hold on. Talk about, hold on.
So
it go from Wild Wild West
to Skrilla Hill. Now remember,
Skrilla Hill.
Right, Skrilla Hill. So Skrilla mean money for us, right? So remember, you got from my neighborhood, that was Kumo D, LA Sunshine, Treacherous 3, DJ SNS, Craig G. What's my guy that made the song? I saw you Dancing in the rain.
One of them old dudes, man. One of them
Yeah.
old dudes.
Orange Juice Jones. Don't play the guys
Yeah.
like that, man. Orange Juice
No, you
Jones.
gotta pay. Yeah,
That's
Orange
one of
Juice
them old
Jones.
dudes.
Right.
legend.
DJ Webstar, Spoonie G. So my block, like literally basketball.
Hold on, Tom. Hold on.
Yeah, come on, bro. That's the block. Yeah.
Spoonie G, first gangster rapper.
Come on, bro. That's
Pioneer.
my hood.
Orange
That's-
Juice Jones, first R&B singer signed to Def Jam.
Bro,
Let's
that's
do
my hood.
Man, let me tell you,
Yeah.
that's
So
legendary.
right. So
Hold on.
Yeah.
Another legendary. Kumo D invented battle rap.
Come on, bro. So
He had the first real battle in hip hop history.
against Busy B. Right. So that was my block, right? And my block, you know, when I was younger, remember Momo Jones is from my neighborhood. So, you know, and then the legend, Mo Hicks, Coach Rice High School.
Shout out to Mo.
Right, that's my block. So literally, when we was young, our block was our NBA. You had the older dudes, they balling out there 9 a.m. till 3, 4 o'clock. You can't get on the court till they get off. And then remember, my neighborhood is dead in the middle of, you got St. Nick Projects, you got Grant Projects, you got all the way uptown. Look, Ali Moore and them coming to our block because we had one of the best parks. Then you got on Broadway, you got Manhattanville, then you got 3333. So our neighborhood, and then the OGs from our block back in them days was them dudes. So they knew everybody. So our block was a hub for basketball and throwing them dice. So for us, it was like, and then you understood if you play basketball, you get a pass for anything. The tough guys ain't gonna bother you. The girls want to be with you.
Fact.
Ain't nobody gonna do, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, basketball was a religion for us, man. Like my neighborhood, like what y'all see me do on live, we did that 10 times worse in person.
Word. All night.
All day.
All day, all night.
And it started from 8, 9 in the morning playing 21 with 30 people on the court
Right.
to talking mess, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4. Remember, you doing this with Timbs and jeans on. Now we running full court. Now
That's
we
nasty.
shoot.
That's nasty. Hold on. That's nasty.
That's a fact. Look, we bowling in beef and broccolis and all that, Fleet. This is a fact. Then you
Shoveling the
shoot-
snow off and all
Right.
that.
You shooting for
Yeah.
money. So it was.
No,
you
y'all
know,
was doing that shit in the summertime. Don't try to count that out, Cal. Y'all was playing the beef and broccoli, the constructions in the summertime. You
Oh,
trying
no,
to make it
that's
sound
on-
like, no, we
that's
did
on-
it in the winter time.
That's
No,
on
no,
two
no, no.
block. That's on two
Nah,
block.
I ain't
They
gonna
had
lie.
the,
Listen, the
down on my
summertime for
block,
us,
we was
we was
clean
listen.
on my block.
We was with beef and broccolis, truckers, and in constructs. I'm being honest with you. So for
On
us,
the
but that's
fucking basketball court.
that's how much.
That's
Right.
nasty.
That's how much we love basketball.
Right,
And for
right.
us, it comes from the street. Now, yeah, when I was young, my pops put us on the Magic and Mike and them dudes. But once again, what would I rather do? Sit in the crib and watch Mike give somebody 60 or go outside and watch the OGs be balling on the block all day, yelling, arguing? Big shout out Uncle Ice. Y'all want to know what Uncle Ice used to do? If they didn't pick Uncle Ice, he'd throw bottles on the court.
It was always that one dude.
Yo,
Shout out to
But
Uncle
too.
Ice.
Dude, Uncle Ice, he was, that's what he was doing?
listen, Uncle Ice was so nasty, right? But remember, 5, 6 brothers and Uncle Ice back then was he was on that top of time, so ain't nobody play with him, right?
Right.
But Uncle Ice on the court, headache. One of those that yell, argue. He'd call a foul. If it ain't a foul, he cheat. So if they don't pick Uncle Ice, he's throwing bottles on the court. He's taking the ball and he's leaving the park. Yes. So
right.
so that's where I get my comedic stuff in. But yeah, man, like I said, I have so many, like I said, stories, man. I done seen it all, been around it all. But like I said, just to sum it up, just seeing how basketball players was treated in the streets is what I loved. Like I said, the love you got. And like I said, always got to give a rest in peace to guys like Total Package, Strick. But I knew Ali Mo personally. Good dude. Came on our block, worked out, always play ball. And like I said, man, just a good brother. And like Cal said, he will snap all day. All day. So yeah, man, that's what basketball means everything to me, man. Just to sum it all up, bro. Real talk.
That point you made about how basketball is so protective, right? It puts you in a space, especially if you're good, right? Especially don't let you be halfway good, right? And then you got a lot of people in your neighborhood who might not be as good as you, right? So now, like, at least for me, I know that in my neighborhood, I was one of the better players. And so now a lot of the guys in my neighborhood that I wanted to hang out with wasn't hoopers. They wasn't hoopers. But my moms didn't have to tell them, yo,
Right.
don't let him come around. It was, yo, if you're not hooping, get up out of here. Because ain't nothing
Right.
over here for you. Go to the gym, go to the park, or just go home. Because you can't hang out over here. And so I really, now looking back, it's like it saved me from a lot of different situations, because you could have just been in so many different situations, but because of the game of basketball, you know, like certain people say, it saved your life. It saved a lot of people's lives.
You couldn't even go to, back in the days, man. You couldn't even really. I mean, you could really go to different hoods with your five, and you know what I'm saying, and make friends. You know what I'm saying, in different hoods, so that, you know, if there's anything that go down, oh nah, leave him alone. That's my man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that was because of basketball. Like, so yeah, definitely saved my life a couple times. You know what I'm saying, out there in no man's land, going to a court thinking that you gonna win and talk shit too. Like, nah, they wasn't having that. But you know what I'm saying, if you was good, you made friends in every hood. So definitely was a you know a one of those things to break the ice a little bit.
Nah, speaking of some good stories, right? Since we on that type of timing right now, I remember I was a sophomore at Lincoln, and you know this. I'm really just breaking into playing summer ball, right? My freshman year, I didn't make the team in Brevard because Coach Diggs, rest in peace, he said I was too young. So mind you, I'm mad because I'm saying I'm the only guy in the neighborhood that's playing high school ball right now, right? But I respect what he did because he made me work my turn. And when Brevard finally got to the championship, they played against Coney Island, and all the guys who was playing on Coney Island was on my team. All the older guys, not the younger guys. So I felt kind of good. Like, okay, no freshmen, no sophomore, just all the seniors, right, was on that team, and two juniors. Cool. So that next year I get to play, and I make sure that next year, not even the year after, that next year, I wipe everybody on the team, one-on-one. Everybody. Everybody. Bust your ass, get you out of here, bust your ass, get you out of here, bust your ass, get you out of here. I'm rocking and rolling. One game, one day I have a game.
Pause like 5 or 6 times just now. But go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you.
Pooh had the little flat top with the part. I don't know if y'all ever seen that.
Yeah. It was
legendary.
Jack City,
look right there, right?
Jack City.
Yeah,
Fact.
it was. Yeah.
And Nino Brown, huh?
Yeah, I couldn't catch any waves, so you know that was the next best thing.
Man, hey Pooh, listen, man, them waves, the shit I used to see people go through to get the waves. I said, I ain't doing all that
it's
shit,
too
man.
too much work. So
Man.
check it. I'm leaving the Coliseum, and this dude like, yo, Slim, come here. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, oh shit.
Who was it?
50 Cent.
The original 50 Cent.
The gangster 50 Cent.
Wow.
Kelvin, what was it?
Kelvin Martin. Right,
yeah,
Kelvin Martin.
Martin.
You got it right. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna get robbed. But the only thing I had was my basketball and the tall Sunny Do Ice Tees.
Right.
Before my time.
Facts.
And you left without the iced tea.
No, this is a real story. So he calls me over and he's like, yo, Slim, come here. He's like, yo, you nice with that rock, man. You real nice. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't be like them suckers over there. And there was a group of guys playing dice. True story. He goes, stay here. I'm gonna show you something. He go robs the whole dice game, like everybody.
Wow.
As soon as he walk up, the dude didn't even roll the dice. He didn't even pull out a gun yet. Everybody just stopped.
That's crazy.
And he wasn't that big, but the guy he was with had a big old gun. Now, mind you, I seen him smack this dude who about 6'6" in the face for saying he robbed his mother while we were playing. Like, I seen him in action. Then during the game, he went and snatched this girl bamboo earrings out, snatched them in front of everybody. She claimed or spreading the rumor out that he robbed her. So I'm like, yo, this dude is ruthless. And, you know, my guy, you know, rest in peace, Sonny Lewis, made him give the earrings back, and he chilled out. But he did this in front of the whole crowd. The Coliseum was packed, and he did this. So just imagine Cal, King don't pack, and somebody do that to someone. And everybody like, oh, and nobody's going to say anything.
I didn't even gonna mention that.
Right.
Right? Nobody's going to say anything because they know his reputation. So I felt like I was going to be a victim. And the fact that he did that for me and had everybody emptying out their pockets, they look back, it was like, yo, Shorty. Yo, no, he said, Slim. Yo, Slim. You see what I'm saying? Keep playing your ball. Don't be like these suckers. I never forgot that. And when we talking about gangsters doing right by the dudes who play ball, this saves lives.
Yes.
This saves lives.
Yes. It also I'm sorry, Cal, it also builds relationships.
Facts. I was about to say that.
It's the reason why we here. It's the reason why we here tonight.
Because Cal, think about it. You know, like I said, in Harlem, you know, Harlem is kind of small. So, you know, from 155th, you know, First Avenue
Harlem takeover, baby.
Right.
Harlem takeover.
And think about it, Fleet. You know, when we young, we ain't got no cars. We walking.
Right.
So we literally walking everywhere. And like
Hundreds
I said, that's right. But real quick, I'm gonna give y'all a quick 2-minute legendary story. So, like I said, my block was known for Young World. That was the young tournament, right? That Mo Hicks had. And it was an all-star game. And I gotta give a shout out to my brother. So, like I said, I'm only 5'8". And my guys, we all were short. My guy Dolo, who the best I seen with the basketball, and my guy Lil Mook. We was always the three that represented my block when it came to basketball, right? At that young age, before guys after us was much better. But it was two dudes. Cal, you ever heard of Small Paul and Randy?
Small Paul and Randy.
From Uptown, 42nd and 8th. Let me explain something to you.
Yeah,
so we got to be the ages of, I would say, between 14 and 16. I ain't never seen nobody with handles like that. They was doing N1 shit before N1. They was so good, right? That one time they was busting our ass, Paul's so crazy that they started playing and guarding each other. Let me say that again. They was going so crazy that they said, y'all niggas ain't shit, excuse my language, and started playing on the court, guarding each other.
I'm still messed up off the Small Paul shit.
Listen.
Now they call him Little Paul. They call the nigga Small Paul.
That's crazy, right?
Back then it was Small Paul and Randy. Listen, we all was the same height. All of us was between 5'5" and 5'9". But when
why do they call him Small Paul?
Because he was small, but he jumped out the gym.
Oh, got you. Makes sense.
Okay, I like that.
But these dudes, when I say was nice, and it just goes to show you, a lot of us, listen, man, if dudes would have took the game serious, like I got my guy Javala Giant. One of y'all I had him on my platform. He from Grant Projects. He's the best I seen for my era. He's probably my age. He might be 5'9", 5'10". He played against AI and all that in high school. Javal, you see his nickname is the Giant. Listen, when I say tough, when we had to play Grant Projects, mind you, they come in our block 100 deep. That's a fact. When you got to play Javala Giant, you like this, oh my God, this nigga playing today? Guaranteed 40 piece. Guaranteed. Handle, layup package crazy. Like, so listen, man, basketball, like I said, was everything. And like, you know, Pooh and Cal and Fleet, it saved lives, but it also made a lot of friendships, bro. A lot of friendships. And I just have to give a shout out to those brothers because, like I said, it's a lot of guys that, for me, in my era, was so legendary. And we had so many legendary moments. But for me, Javala Giant, Small Paul and Randy, listen, bro, I ain't never seen no shit like that. Like they was doing and one shit before and one at 14, 15, 16 years old. Word. So you gotta remember this is 93, 94. Yeah, tough.
Different
Tough.
era.
Yeah,
You gotta, you
tough.
gotta, you gotta think, man. Basketball not only does it create the friendships and those bonds, but it teaches lessons that the classroom can't teach.
Fact.
Right? It teaches you camaraderie. It teaches you on how to work with a team. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's the point guard, how to what I'm saying? It teaches communication. You know what I'm saying? It teaches so many different things, man.
Good point.
That really cannot be taught in the classroom, man. And aside from those relationships, which will probably be the best thing that comes out of that. You know what I'm saying? It just teaches you how to fight, how to be a fighter, and how to how to grind and how to come out victorious. You know what I'm saying? And to work for yours. So you know what I'm saying? Everybody else is doing the same thing. 119th Street. We used to stay there. We used to gamble. I used to make money off of watching Kareem Reed and betting my man. I bet you he'd do a spin move right here. And you know what I'm saying?
Spin move all game.
We used to bet $5 on, you know what I'm saying? Like $5 to $10 on every play. Like, yo, I bet you he'd do 2 spin moves. You know what I'm saying? If you do 2, that's $10. Like, so you know what I'm saying? We got bored with the game a little bit and started making up our own kind of things to keep us occupied and to keep us going. So yeah, man, basketball is one hell of a sport, man.
That thing you was talking about, how it teaches you so much, right? Basketball is probably the only thing in the world that's taught me humility. Like, learn how to be humble, because I don't care how nice you are, there's another nigga that's nicer than you.
Yes,
right?
they are.
And there's gonna be that time where somebody gets on the court and gets the best of you. I don't care how good you are, Mike, Jordan, Braun, Bird, the list goes on. I don't care how good you are. There was always somebody, or there was always going to be a day that might not be your day, right? And
Say
so,
it again.
you know what I'm saying? So humility and learning how to be humble, and when you do get humbled, it drives you too, because now you don't want that shit to happen again, right? I'm not coming back to this park and you're gonna get me again. We're not doing that, right? I'm not coming back to this gym and you're gonna get me again. I'm not getting off the court and not being able to get back on the court till tomorrow, right? We all know what that feeling is like, not wanting to come off, because the next is gonna be a couple hours from now. So the biggest thing for me was definitely humility early on.
And you could even tie in like the end game stuff, right? Like say for instance, me, I've always been tall and slim. So, you know what I'm saying? I had a little handle, and I always thought I was a guard, but bigger guys will always try to post me up, right? So now I'm not having that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not having that every time you thinking you're gonna just come post me up and have your way. So, you know what I'm saying? It taught me on how to be a fighter and how to, you know what I'm saying, and how to not take no for an answer, you know what I'm saying? And to work for whatever you could get, you know what I'm saying? And the rest was history, man.
Hey, Slim Lights can do. Yeah, they wanted to post you up all day.
They was
They
trying.
see
They was
him,
trying
they was like,
to.
"Oh, he fool. He
They
fool."
was trying to. Lo and behold, man, I had a couple scholarships on the table, man. Division I scholarships and all that. I don't really talk about it, but had you know what I'm saying? Had Division I scholarships on the table. Walked away from the game entirely, and didn't really know what I had on the table. You know what I'm saying? In terms of what Flea was saying, for free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I bypassed that, but the game drew me back in, and here I am doing my thing in a different way, and just
Face.
you know what I'm saying, even being in the Garden, courtside, and at a Knicks game, doing what I love.
Tripping the
I was
referee
like,
and all
wow.
that.
I felt like it was that moment that you see that there's other ways to go to the league other than playing. You know what I'm saying? You could be a cook, You could be a journalist. You could be a nutritionist. You could be, you know what I'm saying? You could be the guy that stretches the athletes out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And-
equipment man.
Pause,
Yeah.
definitely
Whoa.
Definitely
My
pause on
fault,
that one.
fellas, my
You're
fault,
going
fellas.
very hard
Cal-
tonight.
We got to find out the
My fault,
correct,
fellas.
the correct saying or the correct job title.
Yo.
Now, because
A trainer.
No,
Training.
let me get this in before we
That
get
ni-
up out of
that ni-
here,
that,
man.
That dude getting money though. That dude I spoke about, he getting a lot of money right now.
all day.
But
Good,
yeah,
Pooh.
go ahead.
Salute to that.
Take
Yo,
us home, Pooh.
we always talk about the guys that everyone knows, right? I know we all had somebody in the neighborhood that didn't play ball, right? That wasn't their thing, but they never turned down the opportunity to play with the guys who play ball. My guy, Church Al, that's what we're going to call him. My guy, Church Al.
It
I
was
will
usually
always...
the butchers. It was usually butchers too.
Yo, hold on. Real talk. Church Al would come from church. He'll bring his sneakers, take off his shoes, have church, the dress socks on, and tie up his sneakers real tight to where both sides of the sneakers are touching.
I
Like,
hated that.
Yeah.
so you already know he
That's
played
the guy I
hard
wanted to
defense.
guard me.
Yo, he played. No, you didn't. No, you
I
didn't. 'Cause
did. Yes, I did.
we didn't call that much in Brooklyn, Cal. So I'm gonna let you know.
I didn't
Al
call either. Bro.
dived
I
on the
didn't call.
ground with church pants on. He was the hustler, and he got just as high as Stephon Marbury on his jump shot.
Damn.
He didn't play high school ball. He ain't play tournament ball. He was a religious man, good guy at heart. But when he got on that basketball court, he turned into an animal. Salute to my guy, Church Al, Brooklyn's finest.
Big shout
I
out.
would have cooked him. I would have cooked Coach
You
Al.
cook Church Al.
Yo, Church
I
Al,
would've cooked
yo,
Church Al.
Church Al,
would've cooked you.
yo,
Church
he
Al.
played so hard, you'd have got tired of him because he was holding you when you didn't have the ball.
You know
I
what's crazy?
always picked him. I always
foot-
picked him.
That's the football players that come and play in gym, but you know they not nice. But
That
they
play
come
like
to
this.
play, and
That's
they
the guy
might be
you
they might be
crossed
bouncing
3-4
fuck
times.
you up.
We had two dudes on my block like that before we go. My man D and my man Wiz. Like literally, you picked them and my man Shafiq. They was workhorses. They didn't care about scoring. They gonna get all the rebounds. They gonna guard you like like on the video game, the computer D.
Yeah.
We're like, you gotta be like,
The
yo, my man.
computer.
Yo, remember that look? When you gonna be like, yo, my man, stop guarding me like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like we outside. Like
Yeah.
word.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. We had guys like that. Big shout
I
out
love
to them. That
Yeah, big shout out
Yeah.
to them.
yeah,
Big shout out to
workhorses.
Church Al. Big
Yeah,
shout out to
Church
Church
Al.
Al.
Church Al.
Y'all
Al,
guys
Church
did
Al.
you guys who was just playing with ball players. Y'all ain't have a guy who didn't play ball from around the
Plenty.
way that was like
Of course,
Whole
of
bunch.
course,
Plenty.
of course.
Church
Plenty.
Al.
But those are usually
legendary.
the guys that you could cross 3, 4, 5 times out of their sneakers. But you said your man had his sneakers late.
He wasn't going
So that
nowhere. He tied the sneakers man tight. Bruh, both sides of the sneakers touch. You never see
That's
no one tie
insane.
their sneakers that tight.
Yeah, he was ready. He was ready.
and he had and his socks was all the way up, and he had the headband on, right?
And he still played with his belt on. Facts.
Oh, take us home. Now, listen, it can't get no worse than that. Can't nobody say nothing funnier than that. New York City Basketball Network TV, A-Game Podcast, my guy K, the other half, All Things Hoops, Are We Live Fleet, All Ball TV, Basketball Has Pool. Take us home, man.
We are out of here. Check us every Tuesday, 8 o'clock. We talk about some of New York's greatest and legendary players, announcers, coaches, referees, you name it. If they did it in basketball in New York City, they gonna be on NYC Basketball Network TV, baby.
Share, like, comment, subscribe, man. Tell everybody y'all know. Come on, man. And just take a button. That's all
That's
it takes,
it.
y'all.
That's it, y'all.
Have a great night.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Finish your breakfast. Finish your breakfast. Finish your breakfast. Finish your breakfast. Finish your breakfast.
Y'all ready?